Do you feel like you're saying no to your toddler and preschooler all the time? Well, in today's show, we're going to talk about how to say yes and have limits so it is a win-win for everyone. I'm going to teach you about the one finger touch strategy, and you can start using it right after this, after you listen in. So let's learn together. In our most sleep-deprived moments, our children will teach us exactly what we need in order to learn and grow into who we were created to be. These are the loving lessons we will learn whether we were wanting to or not. I'm Irene, your sleep coach, and I'm on mission to educate parents on how to help their young children sleep. Welcome to the journey. So let's talk about the one finger touch tool or strategy. I want to share what it is and what it could look like and what it could sound like in your home. So this is one of the things that I will share with you that sometimes really comes up in a lot of sleep coaching sessions because we want to think about how we're interacting with our little ones. And I oftentimes will come back to the thought, have I taught my child how to do this? And you know what? Our children are super curious and they're really excited about things. And, there's a verse in the Bible that talks about training up children in the way they should go. And I think that's in so many areas. There's so many teachable moments that we have to help our little ones learn. And so the one finger touch is a tool and strategy I started using with my daycare kiddos. Kids are naturally curious. They want to touch and do everything. Here's the thing, adults, we like to touch things too. But oftentimes when you listen to a parent talking to a child, they may be like, stop touching that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Stop. And so they're hearing a lot of negative messages. So this is a really great way to come in and reframe your language and actually encourage that curiosity with your child. So this could look like a tool that you start using with your infant, your toddler, or your preschooler. And I think that right around the holidays is a great time to start teaching it. Actually, I started introducing this right around Halloween with my kiddos. And it was really a great opportunity to be able to have special time together. And so as I would decorate the house for whatever holiday it was, we would use that as an opportunity to have like a new center, if you will. And so I would teach my children, okay, let's take one finger and we can touch everything. And so it means nothing is off limits. And so our children don't have to be disobedient or just pushing limits or always touching and grabbing everything, because now they have permission. They can touch everything and anything. It's a one finger touch. And so we've reframed, instead of saying no, we've said yes, you can do that with one finger. And so, with a young infant, a lot of times, I'll use the Christmas tree, for example, we would go up and I would hold their hand and, one finger touch. Show me how we do gentle. Okay, great. With the toddler, maybe we would sit down and I would have the toddler in my lap and do that. One of the things that I will share with you is that even when I was teaching at the daycare, I would bring in really special things for our circle time. And it was the things that I had around the house during the holidays. And it was really great because the kids were super excited to be able to engage with the things around them in their environment. And so the beauty of the one finger touch tool and strategy is that, again, you're not always saying no. You're also having this teachable moment where you're actually teaching your child what they can do and how very capable they are of following through this. And it's just a really great way to also be connecting with your child. One of the things we don't realize is if all day long all we're doing is saying no, those can be moments of disconnection for you and your child and your relationship. So this is a great opportunity to bring it together. And a lot of times when I first start teaching the one finger touch with a young child, I am really right there with them. And then I fade out my support. And it was the sweetest thing when I was doing my home daycare. I would see the kiddos, they would be standing next to the Christmas tree and they would be touching each ornament and just exploring. And sometimes we would play games and we would play I Spy, or describe something and show me how you find this. And they would go off and find it and be able to touch it. And so it's just a really great tool to have in your back pocket. And it's pretty amazing to see how it can change the dynamic of how you are speaking and engaging with your child. And all of that is going to help us get better sleep. It's going to help us be calm and confident in the things that we're doing with our little one. I will share that I do see sometimes some of these alert, active, inquisitive children, they may do a one-finger push or, they don't really get gentle, so we have to model that for them so they can learn and experience that, and again, this is a tool that you would use during a wakeful period, during a playtime where everyone's well rested and they've eaten. And so now we're just using that playtime and having a fun, engaging time. The beauty of this tip also is that as your child learns this, a lot of times if you're not right next to them, sometimes all I would have to do is say one finger touch. And then they would know I shouldn't grab that, just one finger. And I will just share with you, it was the sweetest compliment to hear people say oh my goodness, your children, they're just listening to what you're saying. And it was really because I was reframing it for them. I wasn't telling them no. They knew that they could engage with the things around them, but they were learning how to do it and what gentle actually means. So hopefully this helps you recognize how you may be able to reframe the no and be able to say yes and have limits at the same time. So share this episode with any friends so that you can help continue to build more connection for our families. Thanks for tuning into today's show. You can see all of the details and show notes below. And as you go out into your day, I hope that you'll make it your mission to be calm, confident, and rested as you lead today. Sweet dreams.